The war in Israel is having an impact around the world, and that includes people right here in the Triad.
Jackie Pascal spoke with one man living in the Triad who was actually set to visit loved ones in Israel tomorrow. He explains how he's now dealing with the attacks on his homeland.
This is my mom's mother's necklace.
Every piece of Joshua Pontier's Winston-Salem home has a story.
Zahava, actually, so that's her picture right there. She's my kindergarten teacher, and I adore her. And whenever I go back to Israel, I usually stay with her.
He spent his earliest years learning from her, living in an Israeli beach town called Ashkelon. He lives in North Carolina now, but goes back often. In fact, his next trip was supposed to be this week, until the latest Hamas attack.
A lot of my friends are from, Ashkelon and all that, and some of them are younger that they would be going to festivals. So when I started to see that a festival was hit with, over 250 casualties, I thought, oh my gosh, is this Noya? Where are they? When I see the videos that came out of the children being kidnapped, screaming, Ima, Ima, Mama, right? I saw my nieces, I saw my nephews, and it just started to make me sick. I just really started to feel a sense of pain that I can't describe.
Pontier says so far his friends and loved ones are safe, but they all know someone either missing or dead from the attacks.
But sometimes I wonder, it does kind of make me ponder, what does it take? How many Jews have to die, be slaughtered, before people start to ask, people start to think of it as an important thing?
Seeing the thousands hurt or killed in the homeland, Pontier says he and his family are still hoping to go there to help.
This is only a small fraction of them, but
bringing suitcases of blankets for orphans and refugees as they have for years.
We've taken up to 90 in one trip before, so everyone gets a suitcase.
And a lot of people are going to be in need now.
Yeah, now more than ever, maybe.
Pontier is also prepared to offer his skills now in his final year of med school at Wake Forest University.
With that inundation and with that exhaustion that I'm sure that community's feeling, if there was a way that I could go and be of assistance, I would gladly do it. Israel's, it's a country, but it's also a community, and everyone knows everyone. I'm just really looking forward to being home and seeing the people that I love.
For WXAI 12 News, I'm Jackie Pascal.